People, how the hell are we? So I've just been getting into state, rocking this out, putting the tunes on. You can see my bald head there. So we're gonna rock this out, we'll get into music. You know, I always say if you're not having fun, then you're doing something wrong. And when the sun's out, time to get the guns out. So that's what it's about, people. We'll get the music pumping a bit and then we'll go and take it seriously. So sending you much love from Bali, and let's turn the music down and let's get serious, eh? That's it, you need to have that music. All right, let's set this up. So check this out firstly. Can you get any better? All right, let's get down to business. I'm going to set this up in the shade so I'm not going to burn my bald head. How about that? I'll do a lot for you guys, but I'm not gonna burn. Well, here we go. So let's get this rocking and rolling. I'm gonna go and turn this music down because the music's pumping. Now let's have the music on. Why not? So how are we all going back in freezing Melbourne? I shouldn't say that because you're probably going, you bastard. How are we going? We got that nice and straight. I know my head's crooked, but we're gonna work this out. There we go, we are straight as a roundabout. So my beautiful partners on here and everyone else that is getting on, Eleni, Susie, Jay, how are we all? We've got some new hitters on. I went and had an amazing workout today, and I was there with my mentor and my coach, Mr. Herb Miner, and afterwards went and had a sauna, went into the plunge pool, and I was doing a lot of stuff. Hey, Eleni, my sister from another mother as well. And I came back. And you know, Bali's crazy, it's beautiful, yeah? Look, there's so much stuff happening. And I was reading a lot of the books about matrix energetics, and I was also having a little bit of look at, I actually turned the TV on for a minute, and how programmed we are is absolutely, it's really scary, yeah? And then I looked at Facebook, and I went to Facebook, and you can see where everyone's going wrong. You can just see why people aren't getting what they want, or they aren't achieving what they desire. Went to Instagram, just pictures. Fake pictures, look at me, stick that up there. And I was just like, fuck. And then, you know, we get to a perspective, let me fix this up so I don't want this to fall down. We get to a perspective in our lives and we wonder why, okay, why aren't we achieving what we want? Why are we going in circles? And look, some of this is going to be quite obvious, but the obvious and the new things I'm going to teach you today are really going to stack up and they're going to come together. Firstly, the obvious is people keep focusing and talking about everything they don't want. They keep focusing on things that aren't going to help them or is not going to bring any justification to themselves, yeah? And I ask a lot of people a lot of questions as well. Oh, awesome, Owen, I'll check that out. I ask a lot of people questions as well. What do you want in life? Hey, Kelly, good to have you on, sister. And there's Maddie G. You're going to be here. Maddie, you are going to be there, I think, on that green thing, or that yellow. There we are, we're back. See what happens, we can't move the internet. All right, let's get this happening. That's what it's about, live, let's not be polished. I'm not polished, I know you guys aren't polished. So, okay, let's start getting into some good stuff here. Another reason people are failing is because they haven't not created a belief system that keeps them growing every day. And what a belief system means is taking action that is going to get you the desired goal, yeah? And not when you feel like it. I'm talking about putting yourself around people or applying yourself and then the universe catches up. What that means is, you know, when people say, well, you make money this way, you make your body that way, you pick up chicks like this, you have sex like this, you know, whatever it needs to be. But people lose their identity. People lose themselves because they are too programmed with listening to other people's opinions or recommendations. Yes, you can understand. Hey, Robin, good to have you on, sister. And Maddie Ferg, good to have you on as well. And people lose their way because they're listening to other people's way. Yeah? What I say is, if you want to achieve something, before you look without, look within. Because if you ask yourself quality questions, your quality of life goes through the roof. And if you can find the strategies firstly within yourself, you don't lose yourself by giving someone else power that is going to create that. So look within before you look without, because guess what? You have everything within you. And people are saying, but Lee, why do people need coaches? Why do you have coaches? Good question. It is because you need the coach to be able to get that out, to be able to pull your greatness out, be able to lead you, be able to recertify, rectify what you already know in yourself. And that's why because what happens is our limiting beliefs, our self-sabotage is, oh, I can't do this, it's hard, I don't know where I'm going, blah, 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 wank, 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 yeah? So a coach will ask you questions. A mentor will lead you from A to B, and then you forget about it and you become too complacent. But a coach will give you the strategies to lead you from where you need to go, and then you have it yourself. Yeah? It's like obviously you have a child and the child wants to ride the bike, and a mentor will hold them like that. A coach will say, okay, cool, you got your training wheels on, here's the balance, don't put too much off, and I want you to go straight, keep your balance on there, and you're going to yes, you're going to fall over, yes, it might take some time, but eventually you won't become dependent on anyone. Okay, so that's just a little bit of things here and there. And look, now I'm going to get into some deep stuff. You need to be making sure your environment is growing you every day. And some people are going to go, are you kidding me? I hate my job, my place of contribution, or my working place. My partner is this, people around me don't understand this, my friends don't support me. Hey, it's not, you need to get out of there, because if your environment isn't supporting you every day, and I mean every day, then you are going to have trouble succeeding in your life. And that is a fact, 100%. It's not my opinion. I don't go by opinions. I go by teachings where I've failed and where I've learned from it, yeah? And also from great people that, I had an amazing coaching session with my coach yesterday, 4 hours. Obviously, it was a little bit of wine, there's a bit of food, and yes, there was just some general chit-chat, but, I got schooled from my coach, as everyone, I always normally do to my clients. So, your environment, it doesn't matter how much work you do on yourself. It doesn't matter how much inner work you do. It doesn't matter whatever you're doing to improve yourself, how much reading, how much money. If your environment is not improving or isn't empowering you to be a better person, if you aren't striving to be a person every day, then you need to check yourself and you need to check your environment, because your environment is absolutely everything. It is the start and is the end. Because picture this, if you're going to a seminar or you've gone to a retreat and you're doing all this work and you're working on yourself and you spend money and you're having breakthroughs and you believe in yourself, and if you go back to an environment and then you go back to this environment and they're like, you're so pumped about life and oh yeah, and it was fantastic and I'm going to do this, I'm going to take over the world and I love myself and everything's fantastic, and your partner goes, oh yeah, that's quite cool, that's that's not bad. And then you get shattered. It's like they put their hand in your face. Do you know what I'm saying? So if people do that, and your environment, like if you go to talk to someone, just say, oh my God, I had the most amazing day. It was fucking fantastic. I changed this person's life and I did this, and they're like, yeah, oh yeah, that's really cool. Or they're doing something and they're basically, do you know what I'm saying? That's going to shatter you. That's going to break your hope. If you aren't on alignment with your partner or your friends, if they're not speaking the same language, if they're not the same vibration, you are going to have a very hard time to grow. Yeah? I was going to say another word, but we'll keep it PG. So, let's go a little bit deep now. So this is a proven fact of what I have been researching. I've been researching a lot about quantum physics, about matrix energetics, about what's really going on around here. Robin goes, totally know that what feels like. Yeah, look, unfortunately, Robin, a lot of, let's say, women or both relationships are experiencing that, yeah? So I'm going to talk about something that I am finding, like I've been around some very, very high-end, very successful people, and they've got like this little, they've got this, I don't know what it is, they've got this edge. And I'm really going deeper, like, what's this edge these people have got? And they've got this knowing, they've got this consciousness, they've got this identity. And what it is and science is proving this, that there is parallel universes where there's the identity that you achieve. So if you've got thoughts, if you've got feelings of you being an identity of achieving your health, your wealth, all your life areas, that thought is creating a form of you. So it's creating in another universe. So where people fail, but where these people succeed, is they take their imagination and they take their mind, or call it the truth, but whatever they're doing is working, to find out the identity. And instead of we going, oh, you know what, I don't have the results yet, so you know what, I don't know what to do, or let's read a book, so someone else's opinion, or let's watch a live stream, or let's do whatever. But what about this? In your own world, in your own time, in your own mind, and in your own heart, how sexy does this sound? So in a parallel universe, you can take your awareness and your focus to you achieving your health goal. So what would you need to know? How would you act? What would be your energy? What would you look like? What would you hear? How would you feel? Yeah, that is some powerful shit, because I've been doing that since I learned it. And I tell you what, that's what I did, and that's what's inspired me to do this live stream, is that I was taking myself out to another universe where I have achieved my goals, and I see myself. So my wealth goal is a person of contribution, is a CEO of abundance of wealth, but I'm talking about details to the point of knowing exactly how I'm achieving that. And what do I need to know? How am I going to achieve it? What resources do I need to bring in? Who do I need to bring in? Who do I need to remove? And so on and so forth. What energy do I need to be in? How do I need to show up? What is my consciousness? What is my knowing? What identity do I need to be? And I'm talking about, yes, I'm talking very quickly at the moment because I'm so fucking excited about this. And the questions kept coming and the answers poured in. And I tell you what, people, success is getting fucking sexy. And I'll say that again. Success is getting fucking sexy, because if we are looking for someone else and understanding, okay, oh, you know what, Coach and Tony Robbins and fucking Deepak Chopra and Warren Buffett and, all these other people that have gone and done that, where this is getting sexy. Hey, Angie, I emailed you as well, Angie, about our call today. I don't know if you've got it or not. And what happens is, you truly need to believe what comes into your mind or what comes into your heart, that there's a reason why where your awareness goes, information flows. Yeah? If you know much about the matrix and quantum field and matrix energetics, go and check it out. Me and Maddie and David Tung, we're off to Seattle in December to go and study and go really deep into that. So what I took myself out to, an awareness to a universe, a parallel universe, and there is actually science that is backing this up. How sexy is that? So type in matrix energetics. What the hell is that? Type in matrix energetics and parallel universes. I don't know how much you will get. Obviously, I've gone and done these seminars. I've gone and experienced that. And there's a book that I'm reading. It's called M-Joy. The Practical Life. I'll send you the link. I don't know exactly what the title is, but I know Melissa M. Joy is one of the facilitators and the people that run this. So what I want to say to you all, that if you can switch off, press the pause button out here enough to program and ask yourself quality, powerful questions, you are going to get a quality and a powerful life. Most people are damn, I'm and I don't know what I'm doing, and they're just all over the place because they are so distracted from going back in and actually understanding you are a computer processor. You are a computer processor. So would you keep changing your hardware and upgrading it? Fucking oath you would. Would you let a virus, slow down your computer and then eventually it crashes and stalls? Unfortunately, most humans act that way. So what I'm gonna keep this simple, stupid, because I'm simple and I'm stupid. And what I want you to understand, the more you compress, pause to the outside world, it's like spelling mistakes. There you go. You know what I say, Maddie? They're not even spelling mistakes. At the end of the day, what's right, what's wrong? We're conditioned and people want to look at, okay, let's just focus on the spelling mistakes. And then you say to them, what did you learn? Where did you, did you see the message? And they go, no. And I'm like, really, man? What you do in one life, I felt like saying, how's your life? How's your sex life? How's your missus? Do you know what I mean? Do you have a missus? Are you successful? Rah, rah, rah. And then you look at their profile and you're like, no fucking wonder. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're here to help. We're not here to judge. I'm going to tell you the truth, because if you don't like the truth, then I'm going to be lying to you anyway, yeah? Let me fix that up. Cool. So, as you can see, it's absolutely fucking beautiful here. And some people down there, I've done a couple of live streams before, they were laughing and, you know, because they're not understanding what we're doing, but we're here to rock it. Is this getting a little bit dark? How are we going? Boom. All right, let's start to get some sexiness back into this. Is that? Oh. All right, we're still cool. Thought it was getting a little bit shady. So, well, obviously there's a lot of shady people out there, but we're talking about, you know what I mean. So let's rock it out. I am on fire, Elaney, because it is absolutely fucking hot. I am dripping out with sweat, and I'm pouring. You know what? We're gonna rock it out this way. Oh. All right. Now I feel released because my back was sticky. It is in Bali. You know, as I say, time when the sun's out, get the guns out. All right. So let's bring our concentration back. A big thing where other people in the universe are really finding an understanding of how they're failing in life, it is because they are listening too much of what doesn't serve them, and they aren't reprogramming or realigning to what they need. So what that means is you're listening to too many people complaining, you're listening to bad news, you're listening to what doesn't serve you, you're listening to too much of the shit out there which is not making you who you need to be. And this is another thing. Maddie goes Hollywood and Maddie G, Lee Bundy and Maddie G. We're going to be doing tomorrow, guys. We're going to be doing a live stream, a wrap off. Come on, mate. Let's get serious. So, what I want to say is you need to develop. I'm not going to teach you, but I'm going to give you an experience of me. So you need to develop a belief strategy and an action strategy that is going to put you into a routine every day. I'm going to say that again. You need to program your mind to put you into a routine every day that you are constantly and predominantly the most. So what that means is you're focusing on who you want to be the majority of the day than who you want. So what that takes is for you to become selfish, to be self-empowered. So you need to be around people that, obviously, if you're talking about what's empowering you and these people are there, then fantastic. But guess what? Most people don't really want to listen to other people. They like gossip. They like controversy. They like bullshit, yeah? So, and, you know, you don't want to be sitting there going, well, you know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to rule the world. I'm going to lose this much weight and I did this with my partner and I'm going to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? People, unfortunately, there's not many people out there that want to actually listen. It was fantastic to have high volume, high vibration conversation with my coach, and some of the things that we were talking about, it's just like, wow. Do you know what I mean? And if you aren't getting excited like I am right now about your conversation with another person, then get the fuck out of there, because your feeling, your intuition, your understanding of energy is telling you, saying, hey, you know what, this is boring the fuck out of me. I want to grow. I want to be inspired. And that's, you know, and this is the thing that I don't understand about Facebook. Someone writes you a message and people go down and get understand. Just press delete. See you later. Block. Go back and keep doing your fucking thing. You know, people get, oh, I have to message. Do you know what I'm saying? Just delete that. It's so powerful. Do you know, like, it's so funny. I get tagged, and this is a little bit off the thing. I get tagged into about 300 messages a day. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? These people are thinking of me. But I know someone that accidentally got tagged in one of my posts through my PAs, and they said, can you stop tagging me? And I'm thinking, fuck, all you need to do is don't let it allow on or press delete. It's not the real world. The real world, you know, Facebook isn't the real world, people. So, do you know, and what that shows me, if you're focusing on that and you're supposed to be a coach, then you've got serious issues, yeah? And the reason why I'm saying this is I want you all to start focusing on and being the identity every day that is making you feel empowered, is making you feel fulfilled, and more importantly, you're getting up excited. You're getting up excited about life. You're not worrying about, oh, this person and that person and the news and whatever. That's not going to change your life. If you're not getting up fucking with a fucking, you know, like a pep in your step with a bounce, then there's an issue. Because I tell you what, the other day I was doing a video and there was people around here and I'm doing a video and people walking past and they were laughing. The old identity would have gone, what are you looking at? And I would have gone, you know what? But I'm looking at them, I'm like, you poor people. Like, if you need to make yourself feel better for something that you don't understand and laugh and do all that, it's actually quite, you know what I mean? It's really poor form. You know what? And I looked at them and I stopped the camera. And I went over there and I go, can I say something? What did you find funny about me doing a video? Oh, you know, you just like talking to yourself in the camera and, you know, it's a bit arrogant. And I said, what? I'm making videos and I'm sharing knowledge with people because I'm a coach. I'm not making a video or going, well, look at me and flexing my muscles. Do you know what I'm saying? And I said to them, you know, you need to think about that. You need to think about that. Something that you don't know anything about and you're willing to put that dark energy into something, just check yourself a little bit. And the person was like, that makes sense. And the guy goes, fuck, he schooled you, honey. And she's like, shut up, you know what I mean? But what can you do? I'm excited and feel successful is super near. You're already successful, Angie. This is what people need to understand. If you stop, and this is the next thing I'm coming to, so that was perfect. If you stop thinking, well, I have a journey, well, I need to become, I need to move forward, I need to be, and if you don't appreciate or be in gratitude right now, you will never be in gratitude or appreciate what you get. What I will say to you is, where you are now, you are successful, you are happy, and that's the thing. People go, I'm on a journey, I'm becoming. You can be happy right now, bang, just like that. And that's what you need to understand, that you need to put yourself in a state of blocking out the bullshit and realigning that I am happy now. Yeah? And focus on your strengths. But don't keep yourself in, well, this is where I'm going to be and that's all it's where I'm going to be at. Yes, I am on a journey of becoming better, greater, faster, stronger. Do you know what I mean? More dehydrated. As you can see, I'm wiping my mouth. I need some water. So you need to understand that if you don't appreciate yourself now and the gifts that you have now, if you don't bring your awareness to who you are now, you know what's going to happen? You're not going to realize that. Do you know what I mean? Because from the outside, Angie and everyone else, people would be looking at you and going, wow, look at this chick. You know, and you're a fighter, you're a professional fighter, and you think that's not successful? Come on, sister. And I'm not too sure if you are a mother, but if that's not successful, then come on. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring that beat back. You know what I mean? Let's take a step back and go, well, hold on a minute. I don't want you to compare yourself to other people and compare yourself, well, compared to them, I've got a lot. No, don't compare yourself. Compare yourself to who you want to be. Compare yourself to your higher identity, yeah, to your higher purpose. That's who you want to compare yourself to. Yeah, I'm not saying the judgmental and other people away, but other people go, well, compared to this person, you know, I'm doing good. No, fuck that. You don't compare yourself to anybody. You compare yourself to where you're going. But what I want you to say is to be appreciative of what you've got now. Be appreciative that you've got a family, that you've got children, that you've got your health, that you're able to put food on the table, you're able to, you know, have this interaction. That is success. You don't need to be living in a castle. You don't need to be driving a Ferrari. You don't need to be doing all this stuff. What did Angie goes? Yes, I am a mother, and I do compare myself. There you go. You know what? You're a mother. You're a professional MMA fighter, and that is successful as we go. Do you know what I mean? So, what happens is once you comparison is there's a saying. It goes, and I don't really know it, but I'm going to elaborate. So, comparison is the theft of all power. Yes. If you compare yourself, Jabal goes, the secret to success is gratitude. It is. That is exactly right. And if you compare yourself, that actually robs you from your true power. That robs you from who you are. Because why are you comparing yourself? Because what you're doing is you're lowering your energy, comparing yourself to someone that you probably don't even know or something. You need to understand that you are enough and you have everything you need within you. And this goes to everybody. But what I say is, don't worry about yesterday, it's finished. Don't worry about tomorrow, it's yet to come. Worry about today, because we're like an octopus and you're not in the now. So we're comparing, we're judging, we're in the wrong energy. So then how can you be knowing that you're giving your all today, which matters? We're not, because we're functioning at less than below our potential, because this happened yesterday, this happened last time, and in the future, oh my God, I've got all these things worrying about. You've got no control over them. Yes, you can set your future up by creating what you are today, but if you aren't focusing on who you are today, being in the now, being present, focusing on who you truly are, then there's going to be a bit of an issue. Do you know what I mean? So that's when we really need to say, well, hold on a sec, you know, and that's where, you know, The Power of Now is a really cool book to watch. Go and see Eckhart Tolle. You know, it's understanding and being in the now. So what I want to say to you, if you don't have your result, then the action, then your programming is not strong enough or aligned, so you need to reprogram. If you aren't feeling right for what you are doing, for what you're achieving, the business that you're starting, the relationship that you're in, how you're having sex, how you're eating your food, how you're talking, there's a reason. Stop what's not important and connect with what is going to make you feel right. Because you know what, if you're driving, and I say this all the time, if you're driving wherever you are and if you don't know the coordinates, you are going all over the place and you eventually get burnt out. So stop, put in your coordinates, open up the information, the Melways or whatever it is, Google the right bit of information, and then start operating again. How you do that is getting up in the morning. How you program your mind, as we call it in Team Beast Mode International, is success priming. You know, I've taken it to another level. I've been going on the beautiful beach, as you can see. It's absolutely amazing across there. And getting up in the morning, got the music on to stimulate the music, and so on and so forth. We're going to be rocking it out at the retreat. And I will see what I want to be, yeah? I will focus on it, I will program it, I will put feeling into my visualization that it's already happened, because it has. Yeah, and then I go, what is my consciousness? So what do I need to be conscious of to achieve my goal? Boom, 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 download. What is my knowing? I know this because I'm already, I know this because I am already achieving the goal I desire. And the identity. What is the identity, the character, the energy that I need to be on a daily basis for me to keep this goal, more importantly, to keep evolving? And when that happens, you ask yourself quality, powerful questions, and your life will become quality and powerful as a side effect. Yeah, and this is extremely powerful, because I want to teach you firstly. It's bloody hot, isn't it? See what I'm doing for you guys? It's hot here. I'm getting tanned. You know, it's like a sending love, getting tanned as well. I hope my back isn't burnt. So there's people down there they're actually taking photos. That's funny. So this is the thing. If you aren't happy with what's out here, if you want to call it reality, if you want to call it the real world, then you need to stop as much as you can and remove what isn't important. Because guess what? If your mind isn't realigned, or if your inner thoughts, if your inner belief, if your inner programming is not strong enough that is going to give you the understanding or get you to take the required action and for you to feel the required way, then why do you keep living a life that you do not have the right programming? You are constantly going to have resistance. You are going to live a life of just enough, not exceptional or whatever it takes. You will struggle for the rest of your life. You will struggle in relationships. You will struggle in wealth. You will struggle with contribution, and you will just be walking around like 98% of the rest of the people in the population as a zombie, just existing. And unfortunately, that is the truth. It is that. Not saying that you are better than anyone. Not saying that you know whatever you want to, you know, however you want to relate yourself. But you see people walking around. They don't have that clarity. You know, they want to focus on life when pain arises. They want to focus on life when their back's against the wall or they're forced to change. Don't force to change, because when you're forced to change, that is a top level. So when you're forced to change, you're not changing in your core. You're not changing from your heart space. You're not changing from who you truly are, because it's okay, let's just follow the trend. Let's do it because everyone else is doing it. Oh my God, I need to change now because I'm being forced. That isn't who you truly are. So what happens is you will feel like you are changing, but deep down you're remaining the same. And if you do not keep working on yourself every day, you will go back to who you were, even worse, because you've spent time, you've spent money, you know, you've spent all this stuff wanting to change yourself. And then guess what, people, when you stop, it's like, you know, having an elastic band, and you're walking, then you trip up and you go, you know, you go 10 miles back. Yeah. So these are, you know, this is a reality, this is an understanding. So what I want you to discover, and yes, there's resources out there, yes, there's coaches, but firstly, before you see a coach and get a resource, and this is what we're going to be doing at the retreats, this is how I lead and coach all my people, is I want them to ask themselves and discover the questions that they need to know or need to hear for them to achieve and feel right, to achieve and have and see the energy they need to be, for them to truly believe in themselves, to work on themselves every day. But what you need to understand, and like my beautiful partner said, gratitude is the key to success. Because if you aren't happy with what you've got today, and you might think that's not much, then you will have abundance and you will never think that's enough. Yeah, like Oprah Winfrey says, and you know, and she's had nothing, and now she's the richest lady in the world. If you aren't appreciating what you've got today, you are going to be blinded to the magic tomorrow. Yeah, I actually made that up, but you know, do you like that? But she says a very similar thing. and that was unconscious competence. So let's say that again. If you are blind, if you aren't appreciative of what you got today, you're going to be blind to the magic that creates tomorrow. I like that. Sounds pretty sexy, isn't it? Sometimes I shock myself. Anyway, we have to lighten it up. Everyone's very serious, taking notes. You better be taking notes. So I'm extremely excited, and what I want to let everyone know why I'm extremely excited, it is because the high vibration of people like you all right now that are coming into our environment, that are coming into the team, that are bringing so much magic into the team. And like I always say, you know, alone we're unique, but together we're unstoppable. And to see the family growing, to see what we're doing, to see this retreat in a couple of days on the 4th, to obviously, you know, we're having the workshops that are going to be all around Australia, the capital cities. For the people that are coming through, then we've got a True Authentic Reality, which is after this as well. We're going to be rocking it out. I better get out of the sun, people, because, you know, we're going to be burning. But what I want to tell you is that you need to be in that right environment, what we're creating, that is going to enable you to shift into who you need to be by people that are on the same path, people that are, you know, that they're understandable, people that are motivated the same way. And that's why it is so important of what we're creating and what other people are creating as well. Eleni goes, water. I know, I need some water. It's everything, because yes, you can read books, yes, you can watch live streams, yes, there's YouTube, yes, there's seminars, but if you go back and it's only you, I tell you what, life is hard because we make it hard. But if you've got the support, then what is when Mr. Junior goes, what are you doing? I'm not too sure about that, what you mean, brother. What you're doing, send me an inbox and I can answer that a little bit more in detail. So there's going to be external challenges, there's going to be internal challenges, but if you've got the right people to say, hey, come on, let's do it, we're all in this together, have the support, everyone's on their journey, be able to, you know, realign, where are you at, how's things going, you know, to have support of other people, it's everything. And that's why you can even see the majority of the people on here are people from my team, and it's fantastic. You know, my partner's here. You know, I've got all my brothers and sisters on here. You know, they're from the Team Beast Mode, the Ultimate Polarity Correction, from the retreats. They're part of the True Authentic Reality. There's personal clients on here. And that's what it's about, people, is creating that community. So what I say, start creating that community within your own community. But more importantly, create the community in here that is going to allow you to create the community. Because if you can't lead yourself, if you aren't inspired by yourself, if you don't look into the screen or look into the mirror, and if you aren't inspired by that, then how are you going to inspire someone else? You need to find that. Doesn't matter how many teachers, how many coaches, how many mindset sessions, at the end of the day, you need to discover your inspiration first, and that you are inspired. You need to understand you are enough. And more importantly, there's no one else in this world like you. What did Eleni say? The support that I have from Team Beast Mode is why I keep stepping up. And that's exactly right. And you know it, you know this, Eleni, as well, that I keep a long leash. And what that means is there's times you want things, and I will purposely separate myself because I want you to work it out, yeah? If you're sitting there going, oh, fuck, this is not working, and leaves this and leaves that, then obviously you're not in the right vibration. But if you go, okay, he's given me the space, he's given me that transformational space, so I'm either gonna step up or I'm gonna step away. And unfortunately, you know what, and I'll say this very honestly, so many people have stepped away from what we do because they just don't want to do the work, or they think they know another way, or they just, you know, they get into all these other things. But let's say 70% of people that have come back and grown, their lives are never the same. Do you know what I'm saying? Their lives are so inspirational. Like Sandy said, like Maddie inspires me, and that's it. You know, leaders creating leaders. Maddie's come through with what I've done. Now he's working with Sandy, and it's fantastic. That's what it's about. Dropping the ripple effect, going back where you are, and being that change. So people, let's start asking power questions to start getting power answers, to start having power lives. Yeah? What is this? Mix Junior goes, that why Justin Bieber inspires you. Beautiful, man. Whoever does, if it's the music or whoever that needs to be. But what I want everyone to start saying, and what I want everyone to start believing now, I want you to be living in the truth. Yes, you can put up false facades. Yes, you can defer from who you really want to be, what you really want in your life. But guess what, people? I can see you, and I can see that you deserve more. I can see that you want love. I can see that you want happiness. I can see that you want abundance. I can see that you want relationships. So people that say I'm not shy, that is a lie. Sorry, if that I am shy, that is a lie. And there's proof on that. Because the human spirit and the human anatomy wants to move, wants to dance, wants to be heard, and so on and so forth. So what you need to understand, that people are not shy, they are just connected to something that's happened in the past. For them to stay shy, that keeps them in the comfort zone. People go, oh, I'm not really a loud person. It's not about being loud. You want to be heard. You want to be appreciated. You want to be understood. And people go, I don't really dance. No, that's your old conditioning, limiting beliefs. So that is what it's all about. What does it say? I want a cherry top. All I want that in the cherry top. Awesome. So what I want everyone to start really, really paying attention to after this live stream is spending the time journaling, focusing, closing your eyes, and switching off a sense to go within and do that programming. Have music to take you to another journey to help stimulate the process. You know, smells are very good because smells is our most powerful scent. And really start to go deep. There's YouTube, clips. Take in what you need, but relay that to the world as you. Don't relay it as Tony Robbins. Don't relay it as Simon Schreck. Don't relay it as Steve Jobs. Don't relay it as me. Relay it as you. So what that means is, what you learn, stay in your identity, then teach it back to the world as you. Okay? That's how I have really discovered a lot of my success, is I take in bits of information, I metabolize them, I process them, and so to speak, I regurgitate it. Some people say, of course you do, you throw up on us. You regurgitate it the way that it inspires you, because I'll be honest, I don't want to do a presenting course. I don't want to sit up here and go selling from stage. I don't want to be sort of doing mindset. I want to be talking to you that how I feel comfortable. Yeah, I'm in Bali, it's hot, who gives a shit? I will take my top off if it's hot. It's not being a hero or whatever, but what I'm saying to you is, I want to be the best leader for you and for me. And what that means is being comfortable as me. Yeah, and the more you can be comfortable as being you, that is when everything around your world will start to improve. When I say comfortable, I don't mean, well, confident and cocky. That is ego. But when I say comfortable, what that means is you feeling, and people will feel you. Just let me turn this down. People will feel you when you're in your power, when you are feeling confident, when you're feeling strong. It's that heart to heart. Yeah, and you'll go, geez, people will come off this live stream and they'll go, geez, I really felt that. That makes so much sense. But what I want to help you with as well, you should be taking notes. This is going to be on, this is going to be a recording. So what I also say to you, go back as the new identity, because when you go and watch a movie twice, what happens? You pick up so much. When you read a book twice, you pick up more. When you watch a movie 3 times, you pick up more. When you read a book 3 times, you pick up more. So Lenny goes, raw truth, strength, love, power, and gratitude, and that's what it's about, baby. And that's I always talk about that in my SPs, and and that's it. Even saying that, did you see that? I got excited. I was gonna bust the white boy rhyme, but that's for another day. So let me check what the time is quickly. All right, 5 more minutes, 5 minutes. And then we're gonna rock it out because I've got my True Authentic paid private group. So how we all going, is this making sense? Any questions? Any questions while I have a drink and get my breath back? Any questions, people? Any Q's and A's? What do you want to know? How are you going to take this out? I always challenge everyone as well, yeah? I always challenge everybody to gift everyone else that's going to be watching this live stream, who's on there now, what have you learned? Because what you learned is something completely different than what other people have learned as well. So if you can, your model of the world on how you see the world and how you can share that, you are actually gifting it to someone else. Unfortunately, we've been conditioned to think and believe that how we see what we have, what we learned, is actually, no good. And that's sad, because the world and the conditioning is forward that, hold on, I don't have anything to give, or, am I good enough, or do I have enough love, do I have self-worth and all that? And it's actually really sad, because what you need to start believing this is the truth, and this is to your inner core as being a human, and or if you want to call it, maybe you're an alien, is that no one else can be you. And the more you can step into your power and understanding that no one else can be you and you only do you, no one else can do that. So there was a thing that me and my coach were elaborating on, and I was reading these certain things. They said, well, the better you get at being you, or the less replaceable in the world that you become, the more money you make. I read this somewhere. And I said, motherfucker, less replaceable, no one can replace me. Someone can copy, but at the end of the day, if people are going to be dumb enough to think that we're on the same level, then you don't want those people in your environment. So what I say to you, brothers and sisters, that you rock out you be you. Because at the end of the day, don't look left, don't look right, because you're a fucking leader. You look straight and you just keep moving straight. Every day, one step in front of the other. And start to get excited about you. Let the world know who you are. Yeah? Let the world know this is who I am. This is I'm going to stand in my fucking shoes, and I'm going to let the world know. And guess what? People are going to judge, fantastic, you disqualified yourself. People are going to laugh, well, you know what? You just don't understand anything. So start being you, and that's what I want. Whatever that is, what is your consciousness? How do you know that you're being you? And at the end of the day, the identity, and start having fun. Enjoy life, have energy, because energy is absolutely everything, and be in your truth, because every human wants interaction, relationship, love, success, sex, wealth, connection, family, and that is just who we are. So if you're saying, well, I don't want that, you're lying to yourself, okay? So have an amazing day, True Authentic Reality Crew. We're going to rock it out. Thanks for your support. I'm going to chuck some more sunscreen on and get better at being you, because the better you get at being you, the world gets better as well. One person at a time. Have an amazing day.